Myanmar's military junta seems to be in troubled waters. 3 years after seizing power in a coup, the junta is facing its most serious threat. Casualties and defections seem to be taking a toll on the Myanmar junta. The military rulers have delayed the long-promised election yet again. The junta keeps extending a state of emergency to prevent elections. But to keep the narrative in its favor, military junta chief Min Aung Hlaing said that it was holding on to power temporarily, and that their ultimate aim was to strengthen their democracy.
It is crucial to earn the trust of people through the implementation of a free and fair multi-party democracy system, thereby shaping a decent political history. The military has temporarily assumed the state responsibility in line with the Constitution on 1st February 2021.
Even though the junta chief said that the preparations to hold elections were underway, he did not specify a timeline. Instead, he blamed the armed groups for derailing election plans. He alleged that the rebel group People's Defence Forces were sabotaging and delaying the election process.
Ethnic armed organization groups and terrorist groups so-called PDF are deliberately engaging in disruptive action to sabotage and delay the election process. Thus, the military assumed a leading role in ensuring the establishment of a multi-party democracy system in line with the desire of the people.
The remarks were made during the March 27 parade in the capital city. The parade marked the annual Armed Forces Day. It commemorates the start of resistance against Japanese occupation during the Second World War. Myanmar junta has already said that it may not be able to hold elections in the entire country together. That's because the military rulers are struggling to contain the escalating violence against their rule. Over the past 6 months, the battle between the armed rebels and the military has intensified. The junta chief has accused the ethnic armed groups of engaging in drug trafficking, smuggling of natural resources, and illegal gambling. The accusations follow the armed group's escalated fight against the junta. In October, an alliance of ethnic minority groups launched an offensive in northern Myanmar's Shan state. The group captured the territory and took control of trade routes to China. But the junta rulers have also been hitting back. Reports suggest the junta and its allied forces have indulged in public executions. They have burned rebels alive and even beheaded them. The rebels have also been subjected to mutilations. Bone-chilling accounts have surfaced in reports that suggest the military has destroyed entire villages. They reportedly conducted a widespread aerial bombing campaign, and those attacks have only infuriated the rebels further. Now the junta's grip on power looks shakier than ever. And to increase its strength, the junta has enforced a military service law. The rule allows it to call up men aged between 18 and 35 for 2 years of service. The law also applies to women aged 18 to 27. Hlaing has defended the law as a necessity. However, the new rule prompted thousands of potential recruits to try to flee the country. The Thai embassy in Yangon was deluged with visa applicants soon after the announcement. All of this dates back to February 2021, when the military overthrew Aung San Suu Kyi's elected government. The military justified its coup with unsubstantiated claims of electoral fraud during the 2020 polls. The coup unleashed turmoil across Myanmar, shattering its economy. It has displaced nearly 3 million people in Myanmar. More than 4,500 people have reportedly been killed in the military's crackdown on dissent since the coup, and over 26,000 have reportedly been arrested. Last week, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on the human rights situation in Myanmar said that the battlefield losses and problems with recruitment were posing an existential threat for the Myanmar military. A UN probe also revealed that Myanmar's military was behind dozens of Facebook pages spewing hate against the Rohingyas before its dramatic 2017 crackdown against the Muslim minority. The crackdown, which is now subject to a UN genocide investigation, drove hundreds of thousands of Rohingyas into neighbouring Bangladesh. In late 2021, Rohingya refugees sued Facebook for $150 billion. They claimed that the social network failed to stem the hate speech directed against them. Myanmar's junta is now isolated amidst growing international condemnation against its brutality. Earlier this month, the UN chief, Antonio Guterres, said he was alarmed by reports of ongoing airstrikes on villages in the country's east. Meanwhile, Britain's Minister for the Indo-Pacific, Anne-Marie Trevelyan, said the people of Myanmar continue to suffer from the continuing battleground across their country. Myanmar's junta leaders seem desperate to hold on to power, and violence seems to be their only weapon to tame the growing rebellion.